What's going on, guys? We back again with another video. Choo Choo.
Zaza.
And Zaza got us a little treat. She put together a montage for us, and we're gonna pretty much be exposing what's going on in the children's cartoons and stuff.
What we're going to be doing is to commemorate the last day of Black History Month, since it's February 29th, we got an extra day. We're going to be going through these beautiful communist kid shows where they were explicitly telling kids about how they're either victims of white supremacy or how they're white supremacists.
Pretty much.
Because, this is what they're talking to kids about in cartoons nowadays.
Yep.
Across the country, people of color, especially in the Black community, are being treated unfairly because of how they look, their culture, race, and who they are.
Look at Elmo!
What we are seeing is people saying enough is enough. They want to end racism.
Wow.
La 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 la. Elmo's World. I watched Elmo I was like 4 years old. Sesame Street supposed to be teaching you your numbers and letters. Why are they talking to Elmo about
social justice?
About Black Lives Matter?
Wow.
So is Elmo black or white? What's his race? I know he used to have a black puppeteer or whatever, who I'm not going to talk about because the details surrounding him are a little sketchy. But I don't know if he currently has a black actor. I don't know. What would you consider Elmo's race? He does have a big nose, so maybe he is black. He black.
Elmo ain't black or white. He red. So Elmo is Elmo. But it seems like Elmo has a special place in his heart for black people because they're disproportionately affected by racism. And life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. Hey, life ain't fair. No. They said black people are treated unfairly. Life is not fair. So that whole notion is just is
crazy.
It doesn't make no sense.
No. Elmo wants to end racism too.
Elmo wants to end racism too.
No, I do not understand anything about white fragility.
White fragility? What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means. You're doing it right now.
Doing what?
Being defensive about race. Robert DiAngelo wrote a whole book about it.
Wait a second, because that kind of overlaps. So that second clip was from the Proud Family, the new Proud Family, which is a Disney show that I also grew up watching. It was, a cute little show about a black family. It wasn't necessarily that Marxist when it first came out, but they did have their moments. But they revamped the show recently, and they just went full commie with it. And so the two men that they were talking, that was actually a gay couple. That's a gay couple right there. They just casually had that in the show, and they were discussing the white dad's white fragility, and they also showed that book is real. That's a real book. So they plugged the communist piece of propaganda in this kid show called White Fragility, a real book. You can look that book up right now. It's real.
Yep. And
for kids.
It's for kids, and they got a gay couple because of inclusion. And they got to put in the social awareness of white fragility. Yeah, your kids are watching this. You could be thinking what you want to think, but this is what your kids are. Well, this is specifically to black folks because black folks only really watch. Not only, but they.
This is on Disney Plus though.
Yeah, but come on, now, it's the Proud Family.
Well, that's a shoot thing, bro. It's culture. Oh my God, the Proud Family came out. Oh my God, Keke Palmer's in the Proud Family. You think just black kids watching it? Bro, everybody's watching it. It's trendy.
Yeah.
There's a really long history
Arthur.
of black people not being treated fairly in this country. It has to stop. We have to do something. Yeah.
What are these ambiguous cartoon characters? They're animals. Why are they talking about race? So is Arthur black? Or is Buster black?
Black people don't even exist in their universe, bro. They're animals.
No. Francine is black. She's a monkey. I'm not joking.
They don't cancel you.
Francine is black, though. They showed an episode where she had, nappy hair. I'm not joking.
Oh, she's supposed to be black.
But she's also a monkey.
Oh, wow.
And this show is Canadian. So what?
They got the one monkey with nappy hair. And they talking about black people.
But what can we do? I mean, I'm 8. I can't even fry an egg on my own. I don't know.
Protest.
Maybe Mrs. McGrady can give us some ideas. Hold on.
Hello, boys. I'm so glad you reached out to me. Yes,
So I guess now Miss McGrady is black. She's like the principal, or not the principal. She worked in a lunchroom or something, cafeteria. So I guess she's supposed to be the honorary Negro for this episode, even though it wasn't really previously established what her race was because it didn't matter. She's a bear or something. She's a cartoon character. They had to go ahead and communists show up though. After it's literally been, this show ran for like 25 years with no problems. In the last like 2 years of the show's existence, they just completely tarnished it. I used to love Arthur. It's crazy.
I saw the video too. And let me tell you, it made my blood boil.
Me too. It also made me scared. Why does this keep happening?
What to make you scared for? You're not even black.
Bro, what video? I think that was George Floyd.
Are they talking about George?
They
Floyd?
talking about one of them videos.
Yeah, one of them police brutality videos.
Jesus.
What he's scared of? He not even black. What he's scared of? They're not black. They're animals, bro. They are animals.
This is propaganda.
Tell you, it made my blood boil.
Me too. It also made me scared. Why does this keep happening, Mrs. McGrady?
Well, racism is like a disease. If you don't treat it, it's just gonna get worse.
Wait, if racism is a disease, can I get it? Buster, don't worry. This isn't about you.
Actually, it is. It's about all of us. It's not enough to just say, I'm not racist. It's not my problem. We have to actively fight against racism. As my friend John Lewis once said, if you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something about it.
So,
Bro, she's the lunchroom clerk. She works in the lunchroom. Why is she talking to kids? First of all, why are they FaceTiming one of the people at their school? That's inappropriate. Weird. Second of all, why is she telling them to be activists?
She radicalizing these kids.
Stay in your lane, Miss McGrady.
Right. In your lane is the lunch lane.
So, what can we do?
Well, one of the most important things is what you're doing right now.
Eating carrot sticks?
I mean, talking about it. Talk about racism with your friends, your parents, your teachers. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We all have a lot.
Look, my thing is, if racism has been so bad, why are they just now putting it in TV shows and making them woke? Why are they just not doing it? If it was really that bad, they would have been talking about it since these shows were created. But because it wasn't that bad and it's getting worse all over again, now they want to start talking about it. And it's only getting worse because y'all talking about it more. It's not like...
Wow.
Like, it don't even make no sense. This show been running for a very long time.
This show ran in like 1997 or something.
Right. It's been running before I was born. And I ain't never heard them talk about racism, police brutality, and no type of discrimination. But now all of a sudden, it's just so deeply embedded in America that you got to talk about it now. But why you want to talk about it sooner?
And they also turned around and made their teacher gay.
Right. That too.
They also inserted that in the last years of this show. That's why this show had to go ahead and end, because it was getting sad.
It was getting too woke.
To learn about this issue. Also, listen. Listen to people who have experienced racism firsthand. Imagine what it would be like if it happened to you.
What was it like for you when you experienced racism?
When on a daily basis when I'm getting called coons and sellouts by my peers, I mean, I'm taken aback initially, but pretty desensitized at this point. Oh wait, I forgot. Black people can't be racist. That wasn't racism. Silly me.
Silly you.
Or someone you love. And finally, act. When you see or hear of someone being treated unfairly, stand up for them. Say something. It might be scary, but I guarantee you it's better for everyone. And it's the right thing to do.
I used to think racism wasn't my problem.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a second. Okay, this is Steven Universe, which is probably one of the most of the most strongest forms of propaganda that ever existed on TV.
This is ultra woke.
Now, unlike Arthur, this show pretty much was commie from the jump. Okay, this show I think this came out in like 2014, 2015 or something like that. And it ran on Cartoon Network for a while. It had a nice little weird cult following. And it was just all type of LGBT, SJW crap in this show, and they got this cute
awareness.
little BLM short just for us.
Yep.
It's the right thing to do.
I used to think racism wasn't my problem because it wasn't hurting me. But every time I didn't fight it, I let systemic racism continue. And sure, talking about this stuff means you might mess up. But you can learn and you can care. And I know you care. You're the crystal gems.
But how?
First off, so now it's your fault that you didn't know about it. That's what they telling you. It's your fault that you didn't know about it sooner.
First of all, what race is she? Amethyst,
Right.
purple lady?
This lady is a gem, a crystal. She's not even a person.
Bro,
She's more
God
like,
is the only person who should be talking.
she's probably like a spirit or something, but this is crazy.
Care. And I know you care. You're the crystal gems.
But how are these shorts gonna fix anything?
Well, being an ally is bigger than just one gig. It's about seeing your place in the problem. If you speak up, maybe people will follow your lead and be able to change the whole racist system.
Racist system.
Commie. These is commie code words, guys. Again, imagine you sit your kid in front of Cartoon Network thinking they watching a cute little cartoon and they getting literally indoctrinated by communist operatives.
And you hearing racism,
Via Cartoon Network.
A racist system, racism.
Like, what? What you watching? Hold on. I thought I was watching a cartoon.
But see, the problem with this type of stuff is, by the time your kid been watching this, you probably already been indoctrinated too, so you don't see a problem with it. So it's so deep. If you break out of this stuff, man, you know, you just gotta pray to God, man. Pray you break out of it, because this is you gotta see this, man. You gotta see this.
Shorts can't make a difference, but allies can.
Yes, there are so many futures where systems change.
This country was built on slavery, which means
This is Proud Family.
This is one of the best clips in here.
Yeah.
Okay, Proud Family.
When I saw this, I knew I was not watching this TV show.
Slaves.
tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong, fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves.
Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build this.
Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations.
You hold on. Let's go back.
By the way, that's Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer is a communist operative.
Listen to what they finna say as their rationale for why they deserve reparations. The people today.
And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy.
So you earned, you today earned reparations for the slaves and your ancestors, but nothing that you actually did.
No. They said they earned reparations for being a part of the system. Remember? They dealt with systemic racism and white supremacy.
But look at the pictures that they use for this.
Reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations every moment we
Protesting.
Every moment we spend submerged in a systemic prejudice.
Right, but look at the prejudice that they so-called referring to. This is just y'all. Black and white, black and white, black and white. That was a drawing. This was a drawing. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. You're not going through nothing, bro. If you gotta keep referring back to colored water fountains as a means for why you need reparations today, come on, nah. Cool. Come on, nah.
America was founded with and still has not atoned for.
Slaves built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons, blacksmiths, musicians,
Inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker,
Washington. 40 acres and a mule.
We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule.
We made your families rich.
From the southern plantation heirs to the northern bankers.
To the
This is a whole section in this. They still going. In this TV show, they're still going. New England ship owners.
Disney.
But notice how they didn't mention the Africans that sent you over here, or that sold you.
We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule.
We made your families rich.
From the southern plantation heirs
to the northern bankers. To the New England ship owners.
The founding fathers. Former presidents.
Current senators.
The Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country.
We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free our...
What? What?
Love, peace, justice.
They say Lincoln freed the slaves, but slaves were men and women. What? What is
They're saying, Darrell, they're saying don't call them slaves, call them men and women. They're not slaves. I learned when I was at community college that you shouldn't call them slaves. You should call them enslaved people because calling them slaves is dehumanizing.
Right, like calling black people black. Now you got to call them people of color or black people. But they get mad at that. You call them black, the blacks, that's dehumanizing. Now you got to call them people of color, which is really just people of color. Like,
don't call them colored people.
Right, don't call them colored people. Call them people of color.
You got to put that of.
Stupid.
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is...
Hold on.
Stop killing black people.
Let's look at the
protest signs they got.
Wearing the white woman hair.
Yeah, that look horrible too.
Yeah, come on now.
Only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private...
Wow, she's saying a whole list of stuff. Wait, hold on. All the commie points.
Okay, Jim Crow is over. Segregation, y'all want segregation, and segregation never ended. Redlining, you could just move out. Public schools feeding private prisons, just don't go to prison, and your tax dollars pay for your school. So if you make more money, your school will get more funding.
Private prisons where we become slaves again.
We? Who was we? Who was we? I ain't never been to prison. Juneteenth.
We celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time.
They happy Master Biden gave them Juneteenth so they can show their ass once again.
I can't believe this is in a show.
As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding.
Because this country was built on slavery, which means
slaves built.
No, your account is outstanding because your mom put the phone bill in the put the cable bill in your name and fucked your credit up.
And let's go back. Dejanay, old girl with the blonde hair. What's going on with the blonde? Why you got your hair like the white supremacists you hate so much?
Your hair brighter than hers, the actual white girl.
Ma'am, what's going on? Where's your afro?
Our account is still outstanding.
Because this country was built on slavery, which means
slaves built this country. And we demand our 40 acres and a mule.
Bump that.
You can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah, this has so much substance. We want our 40 acres and a mule, but we don't want our 40 acres and a mule. We just want our freedom. But I thought Abraham Lincoln freed y'all. So what are you fighting for?
They're really trying to be free of systemic oppression and white supremacy. Duh. Well, just stop thinking that you're oppressed and stop thinking white people are supreme.
Well, start here. Start here. Give me a break.
This is insane.
Oh, man.
This is what your kids are watching, guys. This is what they're showing your kids. This is on Disney. This is on PBS or whatever networks you're letting your kids watch, thinking it's, nice and educational. They ain't learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3s anymore. Yeah. They ain't learning, personal skills. They're learning to be radicalized.
Yep. They're learning to hate white people, hate the system. So they their own special breed of communists.
And they being recommended propaganda under your nose. Because your kid will look up that book that they showed and you wouldn't even know about it. All of a sudden, your kid is suffering from white guilt.
Yep.
What's going on? What's going on, Jimmy?
You wondering where his life savings when he gave it to some black person. He gave away his college tuition to some black person. Or you see a video of him on Twitter kissing a black person's feet. Can you imagine?
I wonder how many white people were involved in this Proud Family episode. Considering this was funded by Disney.
Probably majority.
Of course it was a majority. It's more white people here.
Yeah, this crazy. This is BS. BS. So yeah, this is the propaganda that y'all kids is getting. You can't let them watch nothing unmonitored. Nothing. It is coming. Evil is coming at you in every which way possible. It's coming every time you blink or turn your head. It's right there. It's right there at your kid's disposal. So you gotta really pay attention. Like I said, I suggest homeschooling your kids, and that's what we're gonna be doing.
Man, don't let them watch Disney. I mean, you see what Disney did. Disney's explicitly said that they're gonna keep putting this propaganda in this stuff. They're not gonna stop. So.
Disney in there, not at all secret gay agenda. Remember that? it's not a secret. It's very apparent and it's very in your face. And honestly, it's if your kid stumbles to this, it's your fault because they not lying. They telling you exactly what they gonna do. They telling you exactly. Don't get mad at them. They gonna do what they want to do regardless. You need to be taking care of you and your kids. Shut it down. That's what you need to do. You need to be giving them stuff that you have already watched and cleared and make sure that it's not full of propaganda. Our kids gonna be watching the old school SpongeBob stuff. She got
okay. Look, all I used to do was watch cartoons. Okay, my mom used to have the TVs on lockdown.
Right, just
very strict.
CDs, DVDs, you know, stuff that you already watched. You know, it ain't gotta be nothing new. It's a kid. They don't know the difference.
Right, unless you tell them.
It's a kid. Kids only know what you expose them to, but if you give them the chance to expose themselves, they will. So just monitor, because like I said, evil is coming at every which way, and you can't even for a second slip, because it only takes one time for a kid to be exposed to something, and now they got this leak, this spiritual leak, where they just being infiltrated and attacked through, and you be like, oh, I don't know what happened. Where did this come from?
Came from Disney Channel.
Yeah, pretty much. Because this stuff happens. Just think about it. Your kids watching this stuff at home, and then they go to school and hear the exact same stuff. So they're thinking this is correct. They're thinking this is the right way of thinking. Because I didn't know, and now they're being spiritually tainted with this social justice BS, which is all made up. They're being tainted with just straight up lies. Now they believing in a lie, and you may not even necessarily think like that. Now, when they come at home, you be like, where'd you learn all this stuff? Where'd you learn this? And then they just be like, what? Everybody knows. Get with the times, Grandma. You're a dinosaur now. You don't even know about the social justice. We need to be fighting for George Floyd. You know, you weren't even alive when George Floyd was here.
Right. Little kid.
Right, you infant.
Go sit down somewhere.
So this was by design. It's designed to turn the kids away from the parents.
Whatever happened to Schoolhouse Rockin' now?
Right.
Y'all supposed to be teaching kids. What happened to learning about history? What happened to learning multiplication tables?
No, they is learning history. They learning that slaves built this country. Right. This the history that they learn right here. That's the history. Drawings and pictures. That's the history. Right. And the white man overseer. That's the history. Yep, so just keep an eye on your kids. Keep an eye on your kids, because evil is out here and it is very, very apparent.
They're coming for your children.
Yep. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out her page as well, Locked In with Zaza. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. We almost there. We just hit 800 something, so that's great. The channel is growing. We're trying to get up there.
Please.
Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.